Good morning, guys. It is like 20 degrees less than it was yesterday. So winter, what's up, dude? How you living today? And we are going to Whole Foods right off the bat through this crazy traffic. How you feeling in this weather? Oh,
pretty cold.
Pretty cold.
Who cares, because it's John's freaking birthday.
Here's the idea. Since it is my birthday, I am aging rapidly. I'm trying to eat healthy for hopefully more than a week straight. And luckily I stumbled upon this channel called Somnet Nutrition or something like that. It's a vegan bodybuilder, and he's like, this is what I make, these are the ingredients, this is how I make the ingredients. So today, my goal is to make a healthy lunch for myself and try to stay on this pattern for longer than just like getting over it in one day. This way is much worse. My face, consider her frozen. I don't get how this is a thing. I love that it's too cold for most humans right now, so this whole place, this entire park is completely empty, and I'm gonna attempt to do a kickflip right now with my freezing legs. And if it goes well, we're gonna get a whole session undone. We're gonna skateboard, it's gonna be fun. Oh, yeah! Oh my God, it's like going this direction though, the wind is like, now there's been so much conversation about Supreme lately, and even I have dabbled in there because I've made videos about Thrasher, and I sort of talked about Supreme in that. Even a couple days ago, I think I mentioned Supreme as well. I mentioned fashion and how little that skateboarder should care about it if they're trying to just be good skaters. But I didn't want to just end the conversation there. Supreme, you can talk about that for all the days to come, especially how skaters feel about it. I think it's an interesting concept because Supreme was based and started from skateboarding, and the roots of what Supreme is. It's skateboarding, and a guy who created a skate shop for the local community of New York. And now you see that the culture has just gone in so many different directions. There's like a reselling culture, there's a whole swag, we got lots of money culture, probably because Supreme sells really expensive things. It made me think about how someone could start something, and based on the popularity of someone who gets into it, he or she can completely transform the culture into whatever they want. But I did text a lot of people this morning, a lot of people who are sponsored in skateboarding, running skate companies, like huge in the skateboarding world. And throughout the day, after they text me back, I'm gonna drop some knowledge about what they say, starting with, actually I'm gonna start with a friend who doesn't skate. It's a filmmaker friend who creates amazing films, and it's what he does for a living. He says, Supreme is a super fad. I roll my eyes when I see people wearing it because it screams desperate for attention. I hope when it dies, the hype beast goes with it. Okay, I'm sorry I started with the meanest possible one. That's not gonna be the overall theme of this video. I wanna say right off the bat that I don't hate Supreme at all. I actually feel no remorse against the brand itself whatsoever. I just like to hear the opinions because they're so varied across the board. And of course I'm leaving these people anonymous because it's a lot of pressure. For that dude to not be anonymous would have been, it's crazy. People can go after him, say things mean. But this is another friend who sponsors, basically just says, I don't know much about them. I will say I thought it was just a hypebeast clothing brand before I even knew it was affiliated with skateboarding, if that says anything about them. And then I have a friend who actually owns a skateboard company who says, I've never bought a piece of Supreme and I don't plan on it. Okay, 3 for 3 on the negative side, but I will be getting answers throughout the day because I texted a lot of people. It's still fairly early, but I asked some pretty high up there people who probably know a lot more about the brand than a lot of people out there, so maybe I'll get some juicy details throughout about how the company's doing, what's going on with the company secretly behind closed doors. But for now, I'm gonna do some skate tricks, and as time goes by, I will drop that knowledge for your face. That would have been so much easier if it wasn't so cold. My hands, I would have just jumped off the gate, but I was like, my feet will snap in half. I just got back, and Mama Peach, aka Jeannie, hooked it up fat with this sweater, the gloves, the matching hat, more stuff for winter attire. Thank you so much.
You look so cute.
Thank you, appreciate ya. Anyways, we need to go to the office right now. I have one thing to pick up. They're gonna stay there and work, but I am gonna continue on the day and do some skateboarding type stuff.
Just want to say what's good and happy birthday to my boy, Jonathan Hill.
Dude?
He's the handsomest, talented, most perfect human being ever.
Pretty accurate.
I'm so glad he's spending his birthday in New York City, being hustlers together. So happy birthday, my boy.
Happy hustling, my friend.
Mwah, 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 mwah. That's as much action as you guys can get.
Okay, nothing really exciting happening in here. If you saw yesterday's video, that's actually why I came here to build that project. So yes, that one spanned into today, but that's fine. I got a skate shop owner who replied to the supreme question, and he said, I think they're brilliant. I said, care to elaborate? He said, I'm not sure of the details, and I don't know how accurate I am, but they are a skate shop that was able to sell 50% of their shares to a major investment firm for $500 million. Half, meaning that skate shop is worth $1 billion, and they had only 3 stores at the time of acquisition. Now 4 with the addition of the Brooklyn store. There are chains that couldn't sell for that. What kind of voodoo magic are they playing over there? Again, he did say he didn't know how accurate he was, but that is phenomenal. And that's what I'm saying. Someone who started off as a skate shop who's able to make that much money off people who don't skate or are associated with skating, I think there definitely is a level of brilliance there. It did hit me like a ton of bricks when I woke up, and I was like, oh my gosh. I am a year older. In 1 year, I will be thinking the same thing, like how did I become 1 year older and 1 step closer to my goals, but I've been so strict on myself today. I created a to-do list and the times to get things done. I was literally like, be done with this by 4 p.m., by 6 p.m., and that's what I've been up to all day since 5 a.m. I'm trying to stay healthy because I know that your body deteriorates and slows down and goes away forever. But I know I can fight some of the aging by trying to be fit and trying to work really hard and trying to organize my day, because that's something that's been slacking at least a little bit, and if I can be more organized and kill it much harder, I can do big things. Now this is a homie that I know who's actually into Hypebeast brands, and I want to ask it and get an impartial opinion. Actually, it's very partial, but on the opposite side of the other partials. I think their stuff is reasonably priced at retail and good quality, stayed really pure to their roots, but it sucks that so few people can get it. Okay, I back that up. Got another pro skateboarder saying they're killing it. I got a designer friend who says, I like some of their stuff. They're marketing genius and I dig their content. I'd probably only ever buy a hat, maybe simple shirts from them. I think it's pretty cool culture. Community built, they have built. Learn how to speak English, idiot. Now this is a dude who's like left his mark in skating. I gotta keep it anonymous, but he's working in the higher ranks. He says anonymously, they are too cool for school. I don't care for it or wear it. And then I got another friend who is an amateur skateboarder who says, I don't know much other than they're really expensive and I'm not cool enough to wear it. Now I was interested in the opinions of all these people because since Supreme's roots is based in skateboarding, I was really interested in to hear what actual skateboarders, people who are out there grinding and skating and who sort of live by the initial code of Supreme, what they think of it. And where they think the marketing has gone to and the people who are into it now and sort of the culture behind it that has been created. And truthfully, I don't know how to feel about it because I love the Supreme where Bill Strobeck's filming these dudes who are crushing the game, and I think the content is really fun to watch. It's amazing, the writers are super good. And then there's a whole other side of it. When you type in Supreme to YouTube, it doesn't take you immediately to the skaters. It takes you to kids who are like spending $25,000 on a thing of this, and maybe you can spend this much money and go broke and not be able to afford rent. So I'm very divided. I like one side of it a lot, and the other side I just don't think I understand very well. But again, skateboarding is like high school, just like anything else. There's so many varied types of people. There can be a really good skateboarder who's into this, a really good skateboarder into this. There's like the jock skater, the freak skater, the nerdy skater, all that stuff exists. So basically through this experiment, I've solved nothing for anyone. And I have no idea why I'm doing quote of the night on the roof when it's like 25 degrees outside, but it is by Christopher Rice. He says, every day is a bank account and time is our currency. No one is rich, no one is poor. We've got 24 hours each. Beautiful, beautiful sentiment. I never thought on my channel I'd be talking about how unimportant your net value is, but right now it is a trend. It's a trend to have money and talk about how much money you have and talk about how much women you can get and all these very superficial things that have always been a thing, but I've just seen it more and more as it's growing and growing on YouTube as a platform, everywhere as a platform. All the most influential people seem to be talking about this kind of stuff nowadays. People who are influential, I guess, to a younger audience. So just remember, we're all in the same boat. We all live different lives. We can all grow differently. So when it comes to wealth, in my opinion, wealth is what you can turn something into. If you literally come from nothing and you can build a somewhat sustainable life, you have gone much farther than someone who is born with a lot of money who just gets a little more money. You know what I'm saying? It's about the difference from where you were to where you are now. Guys, take care. I will see you tomorrow for another video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time, because I've been uploading videos every single day, but if I miss one, you'll know. And if I upload one or two randomly in one day, you'll know. Guys, love you so much. Progress daily and keep killing it!